going for a morning walk. It's about 7:30, 7:40. Sun just came up not too long ago. It's still pretty cold. It's like 45 degrees right now. Trying to get out of my neighborhood. I don't want my neighbors thinking crazy of me by vlogging first thing in the morning, but God, if kids are getting picked up from school right now, it's gonna be major lame of me. But yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, and well, I've been thinking about this for many days. I was just like, you know what? Let me just let the camera go for like 20, 30 minutes, see what happens, see what I end up talking about, and we'll go from there. This is just like a little experiment that I'm gonna try to conduct. But yeah, going that way, and it looks really nice out. I don't want to show where I live too, so let me just keep it down. But yeah, what's gonna come to mind? Oh God, it's freezing. Yeah, I hope something. I'm sure I'll talk about something. So yeah, basically, I know for a long time I've been talking about YouTube, and I've been dabbling over the years, trying to make vlogs, and I was a little bit more consistent about it when my wife was pregnant, and the whole idea was I wanted to try to kind of recreate these little home videos for our daughter, so that when she grows up, she could kind of go back and watch it, and it'd be something cool that we could just watch as a family, just, you know, having those memories documented. So there were a couple of things that I vlogged early on, but I think quickly I realized I just did not have the time or energy to edit videos while I was becoming a new dad. And so that quickly kind of dropped off. But yeah, it didn't stop me from still pulling out my phone and recording stuff. I just had all this footage collecting that I just kind of never really did anything with, and maybe one day I still will. But God, it's cold. But yeah, I've been like wanting to, street sign, don't want to show that. But I've been wanting to pick back up the vlogging thing. Or at least like YouTube. But the problem is I don't really know what content I want to do. And so I've just been hemming and hawing and trying out different things over the years, seeing what kind of worked for me, what didn't. Yeah, I tried everything. I tried scripting stuff. I tried doing like product review videos. I tried doing travel videos. I tried, yeah, just all sorts of stuff. And like any New Year's resolution this year, 2026, at the top of the year, I told myself, I would start doing stuff to kind of get out of my comfort zone, put myself out there a little bit, if I really wanted this YouTube thing to kind of take off as serious as I say I want it to happen. And so I was off social media for a while, maybe like a year or so. And I figured what good way to get kind of back in the swing of things is just getting back on Instagram. And I was never really like an active poster to begin with. I would just share certain things here and there with friends and family, just post stuff on my stories, but I didn't really post that often, to be honest. And so, in light of trying to start putting content out, I started making these short reels, and it was cool. I made them really short, like 10 seconds. Maybe they'd go as long as a minute or two. Some of them were just like observational, funny things. Sometimes it's like little skits. But it was fun. It kind of got me inspired, got my creative juices going, and I wasn't like super hardcore about it. But I was posting enough several times a week where people were reaching out to me and giving me great feedback and being supportive and kind of encouraging me to keep doing it. And so basically all of January I did that. And then, not that I was like running out of ideas, but I just kind of felt like this, I guess the thought was, what am I doing this for? The whole, angle I was taking was trying to make funny videos. And it's like, okay, cool, you're making these like funny little shorts, these reels, posting it out there, but is your goal to be like a comedian? Like, well, why are you doing humor? And also too, I wasn't even talking. It was just like captions that I was posting. So for what it was, for making these short little reels and not really even like talking on camera, I was playing it pretty safe. And so it was just like a lot of reevaluating. And so I was like, you know what, after a month of doing this, I don't really see a point in continuing to do this. And I also didn't feel like it was really challenging me enough to really like stick my neck out there and get uncomfortable. And so I was like, you know what, the end goal to me is YouTube. It's always been YouTube. I don't know, I'm just more partial to YouTube. I grew up on YouTube. I'm pretty active on there, not as much as I was before, but YouTube was always the goal for me. I know like there's a lot of ways to be creative on social media and various platforms, but I just wanted to stick to YouTube. And so that meant doing more long form content. And so I was like, did the Instagram reels and stuff for all of January. Now it's February. Let's just start trying to do the YouTube stuff. Like, I kind of got my feet wet. And so, again, I was back to the drawing board, like I have been many times, kind of thinking and researching and taking notes and trying to figure out a whole game plan of how I want to attack this YouTube channel and what my content and niche needs to be, and just like a lot of the overthinking I think a lot of us get into, especially me. And so I think I did just enough research and came across just the right videos that kind of did inspire me in a way to just say, like, you know what? Stop overthinking. Stop getting so much in your head. Stop trying to overplan it. You're so much at the beginning stages right now. You're like not even at the beginning stage. So like, you don't know what you don't know. You have nothing to kind of compare it against, at least when it comes to yourself or myself. And so just like start putting stuff out there, and maybe things will get more clear over time. But you're not gonna know until you try, until you practice. And so this was what I was telling myself. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Someone that really is looking to do this YouTube thing for real. I feel like I've been saying that for many, many years now, but I think I'm in a good role. I think I've got a little bit of momentum behind me where I can actually be a little bit more confident, a little bit more serious in when I say that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make some YouTube videos. I don't know what it's gonna be about yet. I don't know what style. I don't know anything, but it's the start of the week. Just got back from vacation, which is probably why I'm looking so tired and puffy. But yeah, it's the start of the week, and I figure what better way to start the week and start this new project and to get out there and just start recording. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going for a walk around the neighborhood and recording for, let's say, like 20-30 minutes, however long this walk is, and just seeing what comes out. Oh, funny thing, yesterday, after coming back, I came back from out of town on Saturday, but so yesterday, was it Monday? Anyways, it doesn't matter. I took a DEXA scan, which, if you don't know what a DEXA scan is, basically it's a full body scan that takes a very accurate measurement of your body composition, bone density. But the main reason why most people do it, why I did it, is you can discover your body fat percentage. And I've always been kind of curious. I've heard about this DEXA scan thing for a long time through various other fitness influencers and such. And I've got one of those scales at home where you stand on it for like a few seconds and it's supposed to take a measurement of your body fat. And I always went off of that. And so I thought I was at a certain place. I thought I was hovering at a certain place for a long time. And so, but I knew that wasn't the most accurate number. So I wanted to go in and just do a DEXA scan. And I did it, and man, I will say it was very humbling. I thought my number was way lower than it actually was. It was funny because as soon as I walked in, and the guy doing my appointment just asked me, he's like, well, do you have a goal in mind? Do you know where you're at currently? And I told him my number, which I'll tell you, just for transparency, my scale has been telling me around 13%. And so I shared that with the guy, and he kind of like, not scoffed, but just kind of like did a small chuckle. And so I think Well, come to find out, he was very much right that that was a very wrong number. And I told him my goal of going from 13 to 11%. He was like, wow, okay, that's a pretty aggressive goal. And yeah, so after we took the measurement, find out I'm 18%, over 18. It's like 18.4 or something. And so going from 13 to 18 is like, whoa, that's like a 5% difference, which is pretty big, I feel like. But yeah, we went through my body scan and went over the numbers, and he kind of taught me a couple things. I think there were, a couple things I should keep an eye on, not just body fat, but just other like bone density and stuff. I was kind of like falling on the low end of that. So yeah, just little things to be mindful about. But it was really interesting. I'm glad I did it. I can't say I felt jumping for joy walking out of there, but I'm glad I did it, and glad I got a more accurate, precise reading of my number. So yeah, that just gives me something to work up to. All right, I need to go back, because the idea was to walk for 30 minutes, and I've definitely been walking for. I was gonna walk 15 minutes one way and 15 minutes back the other way. So yeah, turning around, gonna head back. The nice thing about, well, I don't know if it's a nice thing, but I thought I'd be super self-conscious about pulling out the camera and talking in public, but it's been okay. There's definitely a lot of people in their cars, I guess, driving to work first thing in the morning, so I am dealing with a lot of cars passing by and probably looking at me funny, but haven't really run into other people walking, which has been nice. I actually just passed by one person now, but so can you see him? He's somewhere back there, but yeah, I thought, I was like, maybe I should just go to my nearby park and go for a walk there. It'll probably be a little bit more private. But honestly, in my area, there's a lot of people that get up early in the morning and go for runs. So I don't know how much better that would have been if the goal is to avoid feeling embarrassed. But I'm sure I'll make my way over there at some point. But yeah. Anyways, back to the whole DEXA scan thing. So yeah, it was nice knowing those numbers. If you don't know your numbers and you're interested, it's definitely something you should look into, because those scales at home are really not accurate. I guess sometimes, I've heard sometimes it can be pretty accurate, but for the most part, I think for most people, it's not the best way to kind of get that body fat percent number. And the body fat thing, like, it is a very vain number. as long as you're not like in an unhealthy range where you're obese and it's affecting your health. For the most part, that body fat percentage number is just for aesthetics. And so, yeah, it's purely aesthetics. I just want to get into better shape. And I think for the last, there's a school bus now with kids. I think for the last few years, I was doing a lot of marathon training. And so I should have been working out and lifting, but my focus was mainly on the running programs that I was doing. And so I think aesthetically, I could have been in way better shape, but I was busy doing that. So now it's like, I've done the marathons, now I'm just kind of wanting to maintain and really get into good shape. It's still early in the year where, God, some months before summertime rolls around. And, you know, I'd like to have a nice summertime body. It's been a long time. I mean, it's not that I was ever like ripped or jacked or super in shape, but I think back in like 2018, 2019, at the time I was single and had no kid in the picture yet, and I was living near...
Lat 1, 2116.
Oh, there's my alarm. I was living with some really good group of guy friends. I was living close by a bunch of my really good guy friends, and we were just able to get together a lot throughout the week and work out together and motivate and encourage each other. And so, I mean, I call that season, that year of like 2019 as like peak fitness season, not just for me, but probably for all of us, honestly. And so that was like that one good summer we had where we felt not so self-conscious about taking off our shirts. But obviously 2019 was a while ago, and I don't know, I'm a bit older now. I'm 30. Oh gosh, I just turned 37. And so, yeah, I'm trying to fight off that dad body. So let's just see what happens this year. I've been getting back into working out. I'm still trying to run pretty consistently. I think I'll probably actually taper back. Is it taper off, taper back? I'll probably cut back on the running, obviously, since I'm not training for nothing. And so just getting back into lifting. And I think it'll actually help me a bit more with like some of these aches and pains that I've been having over the years. Man, 37 doesn't, maybe to you it does sound old, but I never thought 37 seemed old. I guess I'm just biased because I've been in my 30s. But ever since I'm in my 30s, or like mid-30s, definitely noticing a lot more aches and pains. Body's not as forgiving as it once was. And diet, especially diet, goodness gracious. I was always such a skinny, scrawny kid growing up. And I'm still pretty small in the grand scheme of things, but I've always had trouble like putting on weight, no matter how much I ate, what I ate. Just always had a hard time putting on weight. And now, it seems like one bad weekend can really set me back a good few pounds. And so, yeah. I'm realizing after talking for, 24 minutes now, it's just been me talking about myself and my goals and fitness and stuff. Don't know if I love that, but I'm just gonna post it anyway because this is just the raw version. This is what it is. But I think one goal, or I guess purpose I have with wanting to make YouTube videos is not just like as a creative outlet. It's definitely not to get popular or famous. It's funny because my wife is convinced that that's my goal in life. She always is like looking at me with a side eye. She's like, so you're trying to do YouTube. Like, have you always wanted to be popular and famous? Like, is that your goal? And yeah, she gives me a hard time about it, but that truly is not even something I'm thinking about. I think my goal is to, yeah, obviously be successful in this pursuit, but not successful in the sense of just being super famous or rich or something like that, but I think at the end of it, no matter what I choose to do, I want to make sure that it is providing value and it's helping people that need help. Again, I don't know what that looks like. I have a couple ideas in mind, and obviously over the next few videos you're going to see a lot of experimentation and stuff, but yeah, I think when I'm struggling to kind of, I guess, what am I trying to say? If I'm ever going off the rails, I would love accountability in some regard. And someone just letting me know, like, hey, remember your goal is you want to help people. And I don't want to like lie to myself and be like, oh yeah, I want to help. I don't want to say that I'm like helping people that don't actually need help. Like, I'm not trying to like help millionaires decide on which Ferrari they should buy. Like, I'm not trying to do content like that, but I'm trying to help people that actually need help, that are actually struggling. You know, I'm not anyone special, or I'm not some expert or doctor that's certified in something, but I do think I have some lived experiences. I do have some insight and things that I've learned. So it might be helpful for someone if I share those things. But also, you know, I think something as simple as just letting people not feel so alone and just showing up as a friend could fall in the same category. I know there's a lot of people out there that struggle with something like loneliness. It's something that I've always struggled with. I probably struggle with it now more than ever, especially in my season of life. And so, yeah, at the very least, just showing up as a friend, you know, and again, I don't know what that looks like in YouTube video format, but that's just kind of along the lines that I'm thinking. But I'm also interested in a lot of different things. I like fitness stuff, obviously. I like running and working out. I like self-help stuff. I like cars. I like personal finance. There's just like a wide variety of stuff that I like, and so I don't know how much of that I'll get into. I might dabble here and there, I might try stuff out, but I guess that's the point of what I'm trying to do. Hopefully the audio came through in this video okay. But yeah, I've been rambling for about 30 minutes now. I don't think there's anything good in here, but whatever, I'm gonna post it anyway, and if anyone wants to give me a time of day to watch a 30-minute video, that's cool too. But yeah, until next time.